Paul, you're on the Michael Berry Show.
Hello. Thanks for having me. I'm calling. I'm no longer a Republican, and the reason has a lot to do with what people like Mr. Limbaugh have done to a movement that used to value individual liberty and respect for individual rights.
But Paul, I was told you wanted to criticize me.
Well, I feel that you're part of that. I was responding to your defense of Mr. Limbaugh's behavior, and I really think that I'd like to express my disgust with what has happened to the movement that used to be a conservative movement, but has basically turned into a movement that that attacks people for no reason other than to stir up things. I mean, this latest incident, you're absolutely right, was not about an individual, but Mr. Limbaugh showed no respect for the truth. He attacked this young woman because she testified, starting out with assumptions about her sexual behavior that he had no basis for. Absolutely
Paul,
no basis.
Did you hear his statement?
I've read 53 of his statements. I've read his solicitation of where he said that she needed to put sex tapes on his show so everybody could watch. I've read his statement in detail.
Okay, Paul. He does not ever, at any point, lead anyone to believe that he's actually talking about this woman having sex.
He says there.
Wait.
What he said that men are lined up around the block
because of the statement. Because of her statement that she was having so much sex that she could not afford the contraception. That was ridiculous. And his point was, well, if that's the case and we're all going to pay for it, then we all ought to watch. Now, I don't think he's a voyeur. If he is, I don't think that was his admission of it. I think the point was to show how ridiculous a statement this was. And yes, after she exposed her private life as a way to push a public policy, he criticized what she said of her private life. Was it ill-advised? Yeah, it turned out to be, particularly when a man attacks a woman, particularly when a man uses that term, because it wouldn't have offended the left. The left uses language like that all the time. But the very people that listened to him, I don't think anybody heard that who listens to him and thought, oh, good, I'm glad he said that. I think they would have preferred that he be his usual self and be witty and be lighthearted and expose the ridiculousness of it. But I don't think
I haven't seen any witty, lighthearted behavior from him, sir. What I have seen is repeated lies, repeated encouragements of violence, repeated.
Wait a minute. When has he ever encouraged violence?
I personally heard him say about the protesters in Crawford, Texas, and when Ms. Sheehan was protesting outside of Crawford. I personally heard him say that after denigrating the protesters as lowlifes who had nothing better to do.
That's true.
Saying that that these were not real Texans.
Right.
That real Texans were getting out their camouflage, getting ready for hunting season, and we're going to go out and root out these lowlifes. And it was going to get real interesting if you get my drift. Those were his exact words.
Please. Paul, let me ask you this. Who'd you vote for in 08?
What's that?
Who'd you vote for president in 08?
In 08?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I didn't vote for the Republican. I used to be a Republican.
Who'd you vote for, Paul?
I voted for the president.
Yeah, of course you did. Buh-buh, Paul. Buh-buh.